Hello, I am Daria Potapkina, lawyer at Rosco Consulting and Audit. The Russian government has recently approved a list of countries whose banks can remotely identify citizens and companies to open accounts in Russian banks. On our social media channels, we have been quick to spread this important news. So, join us. Subscribe to our social networks right now and be the first to know about all important events. And in the video, you will find out what was the reason for this decision. How does a foreigner open an account in Russian banks distantly? What difficulties may arise in practice? We will tell you about everything, so don't switch.
How can a foreign client remotely open an account in a Russian bank?
It's not necessary for a foreigner to come to Russia to open an account in the Russian banks. It can be done remotely in the foreigner's country of residence. Thanks to this change, a foreigner in his home country can open an account in Russia without leaving home. In order to do so, it's necessary to undergo identification by contacting your bank. The list of countries whose banks are involved in client verification is subject to approval by the Russian government. Thus, foreign companies and individuals who want to open a bank account in Russia must apply to a bank in their home country. The foreign bank acts as an intermediary and as a guarantor of the security of the banking transaction. After the audit, the foreign bank will send to the Russian bank a package of documentation. After that, the Russian bank opens an account for the foreign client, and on arrival in Russia, the client can receive a bank card. It's important to know that a Russian bank also sends reports to Rosfinmonitoring for remote foreign clients if the threshold controlled amount is for individuals from 50,000 rubles, for companies from 500,000 rubles.
To be able to cooperate with Russian financial institutions and foreign residents, it is necessary to collect a large package of documents in order to open an account. The Rosco company has the ability to greatly simplify and optimize this process by taking full responsibility. To receive assistance, please contact the number provided on the website or submit an online request using the feedback form. Grab the promo code YouTubeRosco for 15% off our services. Locate all contacts in the description of this video.
What is the purpose of approving the list of countries for customer identification?
The imposition of economic sanctions, as well as the ongoing policy of unfriendly foreign countries, has resulted in Visa and MasterCard international payment system not operating in the Russian Federation. Foreign citizens who see Russia as a country for tourism, medical care, and as a business partner have found themselves locked out of the Russian banking system. Foreigners are also unable to pay for goods, work, and services in Russia with their international bank cards. The only way out of this situation was to open a bank account in a Russian bank and issue a card. But even here, the requirement of the anti-money laundering law, which allows a bank account or deposit to be opened personally by the client, became an obstacle. Such a requirement is established for client identification, and following the law, all financial market participants are obliged to carry out client identification. The procedure of opening a bank account begins with establishing the reliability of information about clients.
Which countries will be involved in the identification procedure?
By order of the Russian government, 25 participating countries have been selected, including Algeria, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Belarus, Brazil, Egypt, India, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, and many others. This means that financial organizations in these countries will conduct checks not only on their citizens, but also on companies that plan to open an account in the Russian banks.
What should banks do to implement the new account opening mechanism?
In order for the identification mechanism to work in practice, Russian banks need to legally establish contractual relations with a partner bank. The agreement should stipulate the condition for its termination if a foreign client's bank has provided unreliable information to a Russian credit organization during the course of year. Liability measures for providing inaccurate information should also be prescribed. At the same time, the Central Bank of Russia may at any time prohibit a Russian bank from instructing a foreign bank to identify a client in turn. The Russian bank must terminate its relationship with the foreign partner bank. To summarize, the proposed change will simplify the access of foreign individuals and legal entities to Russian banking products. At the same time, however, difficulties may arise in implementing the remote mechanism. For example, a different approach to assessing client risks and a different database of companies and citizens involved in terrorist and extremist activities. I am glad you have watched this video till the end. I am Daria Potapkina. If you have any questions, feel free to drop and Rosco lawyers will kindly answer them. And of course, subscribe to our channel. Stay in touch, stay with Rosco.